twist. If you've been with me for a while, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm so glad you found us. We work on exercise that is going to benefit us as we age. Arms forward and back. Strength training builds lean muscle and maintains your metabolism. It can increase your metabolism too, and also protect our bone health, okay, bone density. Low impact cardio. Reach out here so we get our heart rate up. Most important muscle in our body is our heart, and we burn fat, but we do it in a way that protects your joints. And then abs, core, and balance. We should all be working on balance especially, and your abs and core play a huge part in that. Avoiding falls before they happen, out and in, or if they do happen, those stabilizers muscles that we train should catch you and help minimize any negative impact of a fall, okay? Arms up and down. Today we're gonna do a fun format. It is what I call a pyramid. We'll do one exercise for 40 seconds. Then we add a second exercise to it, and we do that for 50. Then we add a third for 60. Swing the arms here, and then work back down, dropping off the first exercise, and do the second two, and then dropping off and doing the final one that came in to the pyramid to end it off. And so that is why I have 8-pound weights. This is a challenging but fun format, and lighter weights because we are working on toning and getting a lot of reps, okay? We do different things on the channel, and that is just one training technique that's gonna help you have beautiful muscles. If you need modifications, I will have a modification window for the first part of the lunge one, the one that has squats. So you can see a way to do them without impacting your joints, but then you can jump in with us and watch the larger screen, because I don't want you to have to watch that little screen up there for the whole workout, okay? Grab your dumbbells. We're gonna start with a deadlift. Now we could do heavier dumbbells here, right? But we're gonna go with the lighter dumbbells because we're gonna build a combination. Down and up. Weight is grazing my legs down and grazing my legs up. My body weight is in my heels. My back is flat, driving the tailbone back. As I stand, I pull the hips forward and squeeze my bum. Squeeze those glutes. Squeezing them tells you how you want them to look, right? We're training them to look nice. And up, I'm gonna turn now. Now I'm gonna turn my hands to face each other, but I'm gonna keep this weight grazing down my body. So we will do a deadlift, and then we'll deadlift down for a fly twist. So deadlift down and up. Now come down. We're gonna twist to one side, squeeze the back, other side. Come on up. Now give me a straight deadlift, plain deadlift, down and up. And then down for that twist. Squeeze that back, twist. This is one time I'm gonna tell you to really lift that shoulder, rotate the spine, deadlift. We want that core rotation here, working those abs and core. You'll find that throughout these pyramids here today. We have a lot of core stuff, a lot of abs. Your deadlift. And one side, and the other side, and we're adding on. Deadlift down and up. Down to your twist. Twist. And then we're gonna stand up, and we're gonna cross lift, across. It's for your chest, across. Back to your deadlift, down and up. Down, give me that twist, work in the back. Stand it on up, work the chest. Lift with the chest muscles here. Lift, deadlift. Down and up, down and twist. Stand it up, lift, and lift. Nice work, keep going, come on. Down and up, down and twist. You truly need a rest at any time. Take a little break and jump back in with us. Or put your weight down. Put your dumbbells down. Let's do the twist. Stand on up and lift. Now we're dropping off the deadlift, the straight deadlift, and we're just deadlifting down for our twist. Twist, twist, stand it up, lift across, works. Down, we've dropped off that deadlift. Next we'll drop off this twist, working from 1 exercise up to 3 and back down to 1. Abs are tight, and you're getting tired now, so watch your form. Weight is in your heels. Back is flat. Driving that tailbone back in that deadlift. And we're just going now to our cross lift. I almost thought we were done. Nope, we gotta just do this. For the next 40 seconds, hold your abs tight. Little bend in the knees, don't lock your knees. When we're standing and we're lifting, sometimes we wanna really lock those knees to get support, but we want them a little soft. You lock them up, you can really limit blood flow, and we want our blood pumping right now. That blood is bringing oxygen to our muscles and helping them perform. We have a 1-minute rest between each of these 5 pyramids. Give you good recovery, a little chance to maybe stretch if you need to. And rest, excellent. All right, so what would we stretch right now? We can stretch the back of the leg, up into the glute, kind of hinge forward here. And let's go to the other side. Take the arms open and close, like round the back here, stretching out those twists. And then palms up, thumbs back, it's gonna open that chest area. All right, moving on to a pyramid that has a racked squat in it. For the first 40 seconds, you're going to see a modification window. I want you to have your toes out a little bit. And if you're modifying, you're gonna drive the knees out at an angle. Hinge forward just enough to activate. Pull your tummy tight here. You're gonna push through your heels, squeeze the bum. So it's down, squeeze, okay? The rest of us, toes are out a little bit. We wanna go deep, okay? So you might have noticed a little edit there, and you notice I'm using 5-pound dumbbells. I had told you I was gonna just use my 8 pounds for this workout. I got 2/3 of the way through, or maybe 4/5 of the way through this workout, and I couldn't do the overhead presses at the end. It was just too much. So lighten your weights if you need to. Squat and stand. Remember, drive those hips back, weight in heels, squeeze the glutes at the top. Modifiers, activate those glute muscles and those quad muscles. That's the front of your upper leg. And we're gonna add a bicycle crunch here. So squat and stand. Each side twist. Twist modifiers, you're with us now. Just do what you practiced in that squat, okay? Just not gonna go as deep, that's okay. Just activate. Knees out at an angle a little bit. That's going to help you because those knees aren't going straight forward. You're going to take a little pressure out of them. Abs tight. Told you we'd have more abs. Here they are. Some lower ab here. I'm going to change my hands because we're going to have an overhead press coming in. The one that I couldn't do at 8 pounds because for a couple of reasons. And give me a press. Up and down. Squat and stand. Bicycle crunch. And press. I did a really heavy dumbbell workout yesterday. I'm sore. And my muscles, obviously, are still in recovery mode. They're still fixing themselves because they weren't working real well on this overhead press right here. The fives are doable. I really tried to, and I said, you know what, just to be honest, okay to lighten your weight. This is a toning workout, an endurance workout. We're working on high rep, which creates those lean muscles. We always want to do that strength work too with the heavier weight, but we can do it with lighter weight too. Now we're to the bicycle crunch only, no squat, and then the press. By varying what you do, you keep your muscles guessing. They may prepare. If you do heavy dumbbells all the time, It's all I know how to do, right? Slow reps, low count. We want to add high reps, lighter weight, body weight, low impact cardio with light dumbbells. We want to mix it up. That's how we get lean and strong, keep our heart healthy, and keep ourselves balanced. All right, I'm gonna finish this bicycle here. Then we have presses. Up and down. This is where I really stalled out. Knowing I have a minute rest, I think I'll be okay. I'm gonna bend my knees a little bit. I think I'm gonna go to staggered stance here. That seems for me to be more supportive of overhead work. Everybody's different. You can be here, you could be here, you could be here, you could sit. Lots of different ways to position your lower body when you're working strictly upper body. And this is burning. Whew. And rest. I love these 1 minute rests. Okay. First thing I am going to do is roll out my shoulders, get a little movement in there, get some blood flowing. Yikes. And good. All right, moving it around. Moving one arm in front, kind of stretch the shoulder one direction. And then round the shoulders back. This should feel nice. Drop the shoulders and relax, though, and relax your neck. Lift up with the hands a little bit. I just grab my thumb. Just kind of create that pull. Whew. All right, so let's talk about the modification on this next one. We're going to start with rear lunges. Watch the modifier window to practice your variation of rear lunge. I just want you to do a rear leg raise, all right? When we build the combination, you're going to jump back with us. And when we're lunging, you're going to do that rear leg raise. But practice it for this first 40 seconds. You'll see the modification window, right leg back. Stand it up, drive through the heel. Shoulders are up over your hips here. Big mistake is leaning forward, puts too much weight in the knee. Pushing through the heel. Think about stepping up like onto a box. That's what this simulates. Like walking up the stairs, but the stairs are, a 1.5 feet steep, depending on how tall you are. All right, rear lunge each side. Other side. Hammer curl, elbows in. Curl up to the shoulders, slowly down. Rear lunge. Other side. Hammer curl. Keep going, come on. Switch over to modifying with the rear leg raise. If you had enough of the lunges, I want you to push yourself. But we're all at different places in our fitness level. Lunges are hard. Switch up to that rear raise. Still getting your glutes, less quads, but that's okay. We got quads with the squats. Rear lunge. Other side. All right, give me a full hammer up and down. Okay, then we're going to come halfway up, elbows up, and down. Rear lunge. Other side. Got hammer up and down. Hammer halfway up. Elbows come up. Parallel to the floor. And down. Rear lunge. Hammer. Halfway up. Shoulder raise. Working the top of the shoulders right there. Rear lunge. So overhead presses. Work the shoulders differently. Hammer up and down. Get those pretty defined shoulders. And when you have pretty defined shoulders, everything looks good. It really does, especially if you're in sleeveless. Give me the hammer. Come halfway up. Side raise. Just to the hammers now. Taking out those lunges, thank goodness, right? Halfway up. Lift. So when you have the nice rounded, defined shoulders, it just really balances the body from an aesthetic perspective. So we want to work those shoulders front, side, up, down, all the way around, and back. Now we're working biceps too. All right, now we're coming right here. This is tough. Come on. I'm trying not to switch to my fives. I'm going to slow down my pace a little bit and change my stance. Trying to keep my form, 90-degree angle in my elbows, coming up parallel with the floor. Halfway through, come on, we got 20 seconds, not even. Almost there. One more, come on, Rhoda. And that burns, good. Ah, nice. Head above your heart as you put those weights down. We do not want blood going to your head. Roll out those shoulders again. We really hit them now, they're done. Good work. All right, great. All right, as far as the lunges, stretch out the front of the leg a little bit here. You come back and stretch the back of the leg and into the glute. Other side. Starting with the wide squat on the next one. So again, toes out. Try the wide squat if you have knee issues. A lot of times with the knees going this far out, we're not putting any pressure on the knees right here. We're definitely doing it like that when they're forward, but when they're out, you might be able to get a little bend. But either way, you're gonna activate and stand. Watch the modification, practice it, and then you'll jump in with that move while we do a deeper wide squat. All right, so weight is facing each other, down and up. Squeeze the glutes. Sitting back, my weight's in my heels, I'm keeping my shoulders back. You're gonna hinge a little bit at the waist, but we're not doing this, right? We're not going like that. It's not a deadlift. Shoulders back, chest is proud. So I'm gonna lift that chest, drive the hips down to the heels, push those knees out. I'm gonna add a swing through, so that's why we're holding the dumbbells like this. Swing through, we hinge from the waist, in the bend out, down, up, down, squat, squat and stand, now swing it, down, up, bring it back down, squat and stand, hinge from the waist, up to shoulder height, and down. Swing through the knees, up to shoulder height, lower slowly. I'm gonna add a second swing through here. So we're gonna keep swinging all the way up to make a box, and then we're gonna squeeze. So swing through here, up, down and up right here, then another swing through, down, up to a box, squeeze the chest, and open, weight down, squat and stand. Swing it up to shoulder height, bring it down, swing, up to your box, squeeze, open, weight down. Make your box, squeeze the chest, squeeze the back. Whew. See how I do? I think I'm going to drop to my fives. Make your box. Squeeze. All right, keep going. Swing through, up to chest height. Swing through, make your box. Squeeze, open, weight back down and join me. Squat and stand. Down and up. Down and up and squeeze the shoulders. Upper chest and back. Whoops, I'm sorry. We're just doing the swing through. Up and I lost my track, so you had to go get dumbbells. Swing through. Up to the box. Weight comes down. Swing through. Up to your box. Squeeze. Open. Weight down. Now we swing through up to our box. Squeeze. Open. Swing through. Box. Squeeze. Open. So this is just the third move here. We took out that controlled swing where we held our weight at chest height for a beat. And rest. Nice work. All right, we have one circuit left. Now, I'm going to go to the mat. If you'd like to stay standing and seated, I will have that option, all right? You're going to watch that modification window for this circuit, all right? Because I can't really kind of combine that, you know. Similar moves, almost the same, working the same muscle groups, just taking the work off the floor if getting up and down off the floor is difficult, okay? I'm going to start with my eights. I think I'll be good with my eights. We're going to do a glute bridge. So I'm going to hold the weight right at my chest because we're going to add a chest press. I'm going to come up and down with the glute bridge. Things to remember, heels right in at the bum, okay? Right in there, drive through those heels, hips all the way at full range of motion. Squeeze the glutes and down. If you're doing this from the chair, same motion, same idea. Squeeze those glutes when you come up to the reverse tabletop, okay? Here we go. Squeeze and down. Nice and controlled. You want to put your weight down lower for this first round. Make this a little more challenging, you can. We are going to go to that tight chest press. So I'm going to have to move the weight back up. If you're doing this in the chair, you're going to want your lighter weights. Okay, ready? Glute bridge. And down. Chest press, weight is touching each other, and down. As you do this press, push the weight together. That's going to give you some pec work, so it's coming across as well as up and down on these muscles. You'll feel that engagement if you push the weight together. Next up, we will add a lower body crunch. So there's another ab for you. All right, press, and then we crunch. Crunch, feet down. Glute bridge. Press. Weight comes down and pull in and put the feet down. Try, I didn't do very well there, when you put your feet down to get them as close to your glutes like that. There we go, as you can. So then you go into your glute bridge, press, pull the abs tight as you roll up, and then plant your feet. Oops. Going, come on. I know we're tired. This is a little different time-wise than I've done with pyramids in the past. I actually increase the length of each segment. Okay, take the glute bridge out. So we press, come down, crunch, feet down. You don't have to worry so much about those feet coming right back to the glutes. You can sort of just let them rest on the floor. because it's all about this right here. Pull that tummy to the spine, lifting the hips if you can, crunching that lower ab, and you want to suck that ab in. You want to pull it tight as you roll up right here. Pull it tight, make it work. I'm going to take this press out here shortly. Last press, weight is down, just pull it in and down. I'm just going to tap my toes, keep a little engagement here, tap. If you're just starting out, put your feet flat, give yourself a little rest there, and slow it down if you need to. Stay with me, come on. Almost done. This is it. How do you feel? I hope you feel great. Not many people have ever said I regret that workout at the end, unless they did unsafe things and got hurt. But we worked through that, we did it safely, we watched our form, and here we are. You're done. All right, we're gonna stretch. Now, if you would like a standing or seated stretch, there will be a little bar that comes across the top here, and you click on that, and that's going to take you there. But if you're on a TV, I'm told you can't see that. So I will put the link in the description below the video. Then you can click on that link, and that will take you to a seated or standing stretch, okay? Keep your legs out, arms up over your head. I'll probably, I can't remember the one I linked in is both seated and standing, but it won't be on the mat. Let's put it that way, okay? Bring your knees in, but that's a good fix in the short term until YouTube figures that out, that it's not showing on televisions, and 61% of you watch me on your television. I just kind of dug into my analytics, put a foot down, leg up recently, and I was surprised to see that. I mean, I'm happy to see that because then you can really see the moves and really follow along safely, and that makes me really, really happy to know that. However, that bar doesn't show on most people's televisions. Bring your knee in, lay the other leg down here. We're going to guide this across. We want to feel that glute stretch here. Reaching away. Now you're stretching the front of your shoulder, you're stretching your bicep, you're also stretching in across the chest. This should feel nice. Let gravity work. Let it pull the knuckles down to the floor. Don't force this. Do a body check. Relax. Breathe. Pulling my knee a little farther. A little deeper as I've adjusted to the stretch. And let's roll out of this, kick the hands out, kick the feet out, I'm sorry, hands up over the head. Really reach now, flex your feet like you're in traction. Feel this stretch in your abs. And bring your other knee in. We'll extend that up. We're going to get the back of that leg. Ooh, that feels nice. That's my tighter hamstring. You probably have a side that's tighter too. Hamstrings are naturally tight because we sit a lot. So when we're sitting, they're not working. They're not doing anything. They're very relaxed, if you think about it. Your knees bent, they don't have to do anything. They're just hanging out. So they tend to tighten up in that position. So then when you stretch it straight, it pulls. So this is a good stretch to do just for flexibility. Bring your knee in, lay your leg down, bring this across, reaching away, letting gravity do the work, breathing. The nice thing about that pyramid style is we get our heart rate up, and we are going for what, I don't know, almost 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes in the pyramid. So that's endurance. That is training your heart to be strong. Not just in an instant for you to run, dash, but over time. All right, kick it out, arms up, flex. Deep breath as you exhale, you can roll it on over. So talking about that endurance training of the heart. All of these different techniques, I mentioned that while we were doing the workout, all of these different techniques combined make all the difference. And I used to own gyms, other side, not to knock gyms, and if you go to a gym, I go to a gym. I love to go just do some cardio, you know? But going to a gym and doing the same workout every single time, you're gonna get what's called diminished returns. So over time, doing the same thing, your muscles have learned that, they've strengthened in that routine, right? Round your back. So you're getting less and less benefit. That's your diminished return. Arch your back and lift your head up. Whereas if you're doing a workout program that has many different techniques around your back, heavy weight, light weight, no weight, body weight, you know, dumbbell, cardio, flatten your back, toes in, knees out, rock back, and then just different formats like the pyramid we did today versus a circuit versus, you know, metabolic conditioning format, a Tabata format. There are just so many different ways you can move your body. Bring your hands behind your neck, body weight down on your elbows, and that is where the magic happens, ladies. That is where we get those awesome results, is by mixing it up. And it doesn't have to be a lot of time, all right? Come on up, let's bring one knee forward and a good stretch here. Come down over this knee. You don't need to find an hour and a half in your day to make a workout happen. You really, really don't. 30 minutes, 3, 4, 5 times a week. You're gonna be amazed. Give it 6 weeks, okay? In the first couple weeks, you're gonna realize, oh, I'm not sore anymore, right? Feeling pretty good, I'm feeling stronger. In a month, clothes are looser, feels good, right? In 6 weeks, you're gonna see the definition. You're gonna be like, wow, cool, look at me. Come on down here, and you're gonna be proud. And you should be proud along the whole process. I'm not saying that, but that's when you really start to go, other people start to notice, you know? They start to say, wow, your arms look great, your shoulders look great. There's something different about you. You look bright, you look, you know, you look chipper. Because you feel good in your body, right? And that's what we're going for. Your shoulder. So that's my little plug. Keep working out with me. Other side. You're new here. I'm so glad you found us. Please subscribe. But more than anything, leave me comments. I love your comments. I love to respond to your comments. I get to know you, right? I know, like Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. She loves the shout out. I know that Stephanie hates curtsy lunges. So anytime I'm doing curtsy lunges, I think about her. She does them anyway, and she gets results. So just start a dialogue. Let's talk, all right? Leave me comments and tell me how you did. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I will see you next time.